Ọtụtụ ọma na ụmụnne ndị Igbo. Ụmụnne ndị Igbo nọ n'ụwa niile. Bob na ya nọ n'ụwa. Ị nọ Afrịka, ị nọ Europe, ị nọ Amerịka. Bob na ya nọ ụtụtụ ka ọ bụ na be nọ bụ Naịjirịa. Ekenekwa m iyo. Chukwu ya gọzie ka isi anọ ya n'anya n'ụlọ anyị bụ Invoking Cultural Forum. You are welcome to Invoking Cultural Forum. Today we are going to be looking at a very hot topic. But first, I'm going to give you a background of this topic. For a while now, let me just take a minute to share this video to our other audiences so that they can join. Please give me a minute. Let me just share the video to our other audiences. I have successfully shared the video to our audience on Facebook. So I'm expecting more people to join us. So let me give us a little background of what is happening. There is serious insecurity in Nigeria, high rate of insecurity in Nigeria. And our traditional societies are beginning to look at traditional ways of solving the security challenge. For this reason, so many Igbo communities, including my own community, has done the same thing. What is this same thing that they are doing? They will bring out the ancient deities of the community and use same to swear against people who are causing this insecurity to fester in the community, especially the indigenous collaborators, because it is believed that it is the domestic rat that goes into the wild to tell others to come that there is fish inside the kitchen storage. So because of this reason, most traditional rulers, most kings in Igbo land, especially this western part of Igbo land, communities like Ubuluku have done the same thing. In fact, it started in Ogwashuku, where they brought out an ancient deity called Ngene and used it to swear who is from that community, who is in any way colluding with outsiders or anyone to cause insecurity in Ogwashuku. Now, after Ogwashuku, other communities have followed suit. Ubuluku has done the same thing. Asaba has done the same thing, especially when there was high rate of court killings in Asaba. They did this. Now, other places like Iseluku, I used their picture even as one of my thumbnail here, have done this. And today, the 13th day of June 2025, Ibuzo, another Igbo community in Delta State, are currently, as we speak, using the same method. Now, my question is, how well has this method worked in the places where it has been used? It has been used in Ogwashuku, like I narrated, Emegewe no Buluku, Emegewe Niseluku, Emegewe na Asaba. Now, they are doing the same thing in Ibuzo, using these traditional means to fight insecurity. How has it worked? How viable is it to use these means? They will bring out the deities and swear that anyone from the community who is in any way assisting, collaborating, partnering with these criminals to cause problem in the community, that the deities should wipe out these persons and their family members. usually the persons. So far, in all these communities I listed, up to 5 communities, not one is presently free from this insecurity. Now, the Obi of Ogwashuku did something further, like I heard. So we will say allegedly. Now, he set up a separate security network to assist the local vigilante, and they are currently in the forests of Ogwashuku, securing the borders for Ogwashuku. Kidnappings and other minor security problems have reduced, at least in the last 6 months. But for other communities like Obuluku, Iseluku, there is constantly a report of insecurity. Report of either somebody who went to the farm was attacked by kidnappers and all that. I am from Ubuluku. I'm seeing your comment. Ubuluku is in Aniocha South local government area of Delta State, Nigeria. Now, all the communities in Western Igbo land, just recently we saw when Umunede was attacked, and even their king was among the people leading the fight from the front. These Western Igbo communities are under serious attack from insurgents, from bandits, from criminals who are usually of the Fulani stock. It is not an allegation. In my community, for instance, people are daily kidnapped, and they do not target you if you are a rich person or a poor person. They don't care. As long as you are from that community, they whisk you away into the forest. Demand for ransom. The community begins to contribute monies for ransom. This is the state we have found ourselves in western parts of Igbo land. So today, as we speak, today the 13th day of June 2025, Ibuzo community has brought out their own deities, and they are currently swearing against these insurgents. Now, my question to you as a follower is this: is this the best method to tackle insecurity? Or does it even work? Is this a good method to be employed in tackling such security problem? Are there better ways? We have seen in other climes where technology is employed to tackle insurgency, to tackle these security threats. We have seen places where forest guards are set up. We have seen places where local vigilantes are empowered to look into these problems, because the challenge of the vigilante is very, very valid. Their challenge is that they are not well equipped to face these people. They are not well equipped to face these people, because the people the vigilante are coming up against have stronger, more sophisticated ammunition compared to what themselves have. They may just have a rifle that can shoot maybe 2 times, they call double barrel, while the people they are up against can have up to 100 rounds of live ammunition. So it becomes an uphill task for members of the local vigilante. And these people are also taking time to first camp in the forest and know the terrain very well. Some of them even know the terrain more than the locals. So in all the forests of the western Igbo parts, you have insurgents living in the forest. Now, this one I can say authoritatively because I have gone to the farm, seen farms that were raised down, grazed upon by cattle. Now, some of these farms that were grazed down by cattle belonged to the locals, and you dare not speak out about it. You dare not also touch the cattle. Now, to tackle this, the traditional rulers have had several meetings with the various council chairmen to strategize on what they will do. But all we keep seeing is meetings upon meetings upon meetings upon meetings. Implementation of the policies they have discussed in the meetings, we have not seen its results. Particularly now in Ibuzo, they are employing the use of their deities to swear. Just like we have seen in Iseluku, Ubuluku, Ogwashuku, Asaba. Yet, Ife nebe kanebe, if I will speak it in Igbo, Nye di nebe oke di nebe ogene. As it is in Ubuluku, so it is in Ibuzo, so it is in Asaba, so it is in Ogwashuku, so it is in Iselazaba. Our people can no longer go to their farms and come back in peace. In fact, this is one of the reasons for the high cost of food items. This has been predicted several years ago, but the person who predicted it was maligned, locked up, is still even locked up, and you dare not mention his name. All the things he talked about, all the things he warned against are now presently happening. People are not only kidnapped in the forest, they are picked up even in their own houses. Some of them end up being killed even after paying ransom. So I'm asking you, and I want this to be participatory, is it right to employ the use of deities to fight insurgents? Has it worked anywhere? From my experience, from what I have listed so far, insurgency has not ended. The insecurity has not ended. The kidnapping has not ended in Ogwashuku. It has not ended in Obuluku. It has not ended in Iseluku. It has not ended in Iselazaba. It has not ended in Nsaba. Today, Ibuzo are doing the same thing. Do we hope that the case of Ibuzo will be different, or is their own deity stronger than the deities of all these other communities? Remarkably, when Asaba did their own, they brought deities even from other places like Ubuluku. Please share this video to your audience and let's have a collective idea. Let's also profile solutions. In the past, also when our trauma dunilo or basiuno, when a man is chased from outside, he runs to his home. Our people can no longer run to their home. Before they will say, it's only across the eastern part of the Niger. No, it is now the same thing from the Asaba Head Bridge down to even Lagos. You can see the popular incident that happened in Uromi. I happened to share time with about 47 of the people who were arrested from Uromi and also heard their own experiences. A very harrowing situation. A very harrowing situation. In the previous administration of General Muhammadu Buhari, people believe that since he is a military man, he has the requisite experience, military experience, to tackle the insurgents. But nothing changed. Most local governments in the northern parts of Nigeria were under the control of these insurgents. That was in northern Nigeria. Now we have a southern president who is from the west. And we believed that having him will bring a halt to all this, because maybe those people were doing all that because now anyway, south Yoruba. What is the president doing to end this insurgency? These people's mission is not just to kidnap people, but to instill fear in the locals that they can no longer go to their farm, they can no longer produce what they eat, invariably now depending on the north to feed. They can now abandon their land so that they can come with large chunk of money and say, we want to buy this land between here and here. And when the community reasons that or is a holding ground for criminals that will decide to sell it off. Our people are being twisted to sell off their land. Please share this video massively to your audience. I rarely do such video. I rarely discuss such matters. But I have to discuss this one because I have gone and seen with my eyes. I have also contributed to ransom payment. Our people are under siege in western parts of Igbo land. In other parts of Igbo land across the eastern part of the Niger, that one is a no-go area. I can confidently and comfortably say that in our own region, the western part of Igbo land, it is mainly Fulani men that are dealing with our people. I have been privileged to also answer phone call when a few people were kidnapped, and I know the voice of the people who spoke with me, what they spoke, the tone and the language they spoke. Even when the people were released, they also mentioned these are the people who kidnapped them. The cause of sticking together as a nation has not really helped us as Igbo people. Why are we always made to bear the brunt of all this? In the West, where the President Ajibola Ahmed Tinubu is from, they have their own security outfits, Amoteku. In the eastern part of the Niger, we have the Agune Chamber. In Anambra, we have Operation Udogachi. We have the Eastern Security Network as well. In the western part of Igbo land, everybody is doing their own thing separately. Because, first of all, there is denial. They don't want to be Igbo. They don't want to be associated with Igbo. In fact, during one of the speeches of the military generals in Delta State recently, he said, we have successfully stopped those insurgents from crossing the River Niger and coming to Asaba. Asaba, is it not Igbo land? All the surrounding communities in Delta North, 9 local governments, are they not Igbo land? 9 local governments in Delta North are Igbo local governments. Anyocha South, Anyocha North, Oshumili South, Oshumili North, Eka South, Eka North East. That's 7 now. Okwane, and then Ndokwa. 9 local governments in Delta State are Igbo, are of the Igbo stock. So the governors in southern Nigeria, since there is geographical divide, have not helped in any way at all. If we were in eastern Nigeria, or if we have been drafted into the eastern Nigeria, yes, 9 local governments, my brother, 9. They call us now Delta North or Anyoma people. Anyoma is also an acronym for those 9 local governments. A for Anyocha. Anyocha, there are 2 Anyochas, just like you have an Anyocha in Anambra. Anyocha South and Anyocha North. I am from Anyocha South. There is Oshumili South and Oshumili North. Anyocha, and Anyoma is A-N-I, that is A for Anyocha, N for Ndokwa, I for Eka, O for Oshumili. Eka is where you have Abo. And as an Igbo person, you know what Abo means. That is also an Igbo territory. Welcome, even far away from Abo, up to Ibanke, are all Igbo territories. These are the 9 local governments that are Igbo-speaking local governments in Delta State, and we are the largest. Yet you will see some of us attempting to deny their Igbo identity, thereby endangering us. Whatever is happening, as well as whatever you see happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria is now happening in the western parts of Igbo land. And nobody is speaking out for us. The insecurity is very high. In fact, the people who are saving Ogwashuku now, as I heard, were brought in from the eastern part of the Niger by the king. and they have successfully secured Ogwashuku. We are under siege. Our people cannot go to farm. If it's women, the women will there will be all actually so our people are under siege. Please share this video and also give us a thumbs up. It will help the engagement of the video to come up so that it can have more views. Our voices need to be heard. What we are going through, people need to know that this is what we are passing through in Western Igbo land. People need to know what we are going through in Western Igbo land. Our people cannot go to farm. This is the peak of the farming season, where you are supposed to have corn, where people are supposed to have planted their yam, and yam requires attention of you going to the farm most of the time, and our people can no longer do so. A poor farmer can be kidnapped and they are demanding 10 million naira. Now, because of sympathy and Obiwane, you know we Igbos have this Umunna spirit. The Umunna will start contributing money. That Okonkwo has been kidnapped. Oh, hey, they kidnapped him and his children. Oh, they released the wife, released the daughter. They are now holding him. Or they can kill the man self and take the children. And people start contributing ransom, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000. Before you know, they will raise that money and take to these people in the forest where they are. What stops the government from going to this forest with their security forces to dislodge them, Bikono? Where are we going to run to? Is it when they will now say, oh, no, you don't take laws into your hands? Look at what happened the other day in Abraka. Abraka is no more than 1 hour. Or 1 hour 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes is very far. If you follow through the right road, through Nsukwa. Look at what happened the other day there. These people enter into school hostels, private hostels anyway, and take people away just like you hear in the north. This is what we are going through in Delta State. The speaking part of Delta State is what I'm speaking about. Other regions can talk for themselves, and they are not, those areas are not easily as, for instance, places like Delta Central and Delta South, surrounded by water bodies. That excuse of bringing cattle and saying, is because we have cow. We are coming with our cow. We are not criminals. They cannot have that excuse to enter into Delta South because there is water. If you bring cattle into water, water will swallow your cattle. Unless you want to use sheep or big sheep to carry your cows around. But in this area, just like our Eastern Igbo brothers, we have land. We have grassland as well. So they use that excuse to make camps inside the forest. When they get hungry, they start kidnapping. There's no kind of crime these people have not committed in our land. There's no kind of insecurity you cannot hear. So we are calling on the government to come to our rescue. If they can, because I know they cannot. But I'm just saying this. Ọkụkọ agwụnkwọ bulu nwa asị ọ da-akpọ olo ka agwụnkwọ wesheshi nke o bulu mana ke chukwushane ya na agwụnkwọ enye ụwa nuzukwo nwe. I'm doing this video. I know it may not have any impact because the government is careless about all this. The president is a southerner. Instead of even tackling this insecurity, he's canvassing for his second tenure to continue the non-performance. The senators, all of them are gathering together, defecting to form a one-party state. In Delta State, where I'm residing, where the insecurity is rife, the state governor has coerced everybody to move to APC. Their aim is how to retain power, not how to serve the people. They are not interested in serving anybody. How do we retain this power is what they are interested in. Please, my wonderful brothers and sisters, if you are among the people seeing this video, please share it to your audience. Give it engagement. Give it thumbs up. Give super thanks if you can. Support this video to go viral on Facebook, on TikTok, on WhatsApp, on YouTube, on all social media platforms. The world needs to know what we are passing through as a people, and that the government are not willing to help. The government of the day do not care if people are dying or not. Their interest is and eyes are upon 2027 general election. Thank you so much, my brother, as well. Let people know what we are going through. Let people know what we are going through. Let's not be quiet about this. This is not also politics. This is about life. It's about life. And it is our life that is presently at risk. It is our race that they are trying to wipe out. The Igbo race. Perhaps, maybe, who knows? They don't want Igbos in Delta State anymore. They can as well give us our Anyoma state so that we can be brothers in the eastern states that already has 5 states, whereas her contemporaries have 7, 6, as the case may be. Some people will think it doesn't matter. It matters a lot. When they say, if you are for this, say I, how many senators will come from the east to join forces together to say I? When some northern states have 7 states, some northern regions have 7 states. The eastern region has just 5. Is it that this part of Igbo land is not to be joined to the east? Way before now, take back to 100 years, you'll be hearing names like the Western Igbos, and then they created Midwest. They say, oh, no, Midwestern Igbos. Those are the names we have born, Midwestern Igbos. Then Bendel State came and said, okay, Bendel Igbos. Then they divided it to Delta State. They said, oh, they are now Delta Igbos. Now we have Anyoma, and I rebuked somebody who is highly educated for saying Anyoma Igbos. I don't want to ever hear it again. There's nothing like Anyoma Igbos. Say Anyoma people, because we are Igbos, all of us. There's no single one group in this Western Igbo land that is not that is in this western part of Igbo land that is not Igbo. Make no mistakes about it. I know what I'm saying. Some people will tell you their origin. They are from Yoruba. Some will say they are from Bini. Some will say they are from Egala. Yes, you are from wherever you came from. But when you got here, our ancestors assimilated you, and you became one of us. Please, if you are not a subscriber to my channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. My name is Onwadene Mongozi Chukwuka Fortune. I'm from Delta State, Ubuluku in Delta State, an Igbo community in Delta State, and Nyocha South local government area of Delta State, in Enuane, Anyoma, Western Igbo land. So, our ancestors, our fathers, welcomed these groups, regardless of where they came from. We have proverbs like Naduwebu Madnebo Sijena Eteke. We welcome strangers. Our hospitality level is very high. In fact, our people will prefer to hug a stranger and leave the person they already know. In fact, it is against method. It is against tradition for you to present kola nut to me when I visit my mother's lineage, because they believe I am one of them. They shouldn't be serving me kola. But when they see a stranger, they will give the stranger kola nut very well. The stranger will feel honored. I will feel insulted if that kola is given to me. That is how our culture is. If I go to my mother's lineage now in Ogwashuku and they present kola nut to me, that means they have told me that I am a stranger. They are not supposed to give me kola. But if they see a stranger, they will welcome that stranger. So in this vein, our ancestors welcomed a lot of strangers into our midst. They did not just welcome them, they assimilated them. Yakaipo, ibuba no no. Buba we no no. Awe bolo funima. Now till date, to tell you that they were assimilated, what we forbid, these strangers forbid. What we eat, they eat. What we call culture, they call culture. They don't practice a different culture from ours. All our festivals they are part of. The more than 200 years after, you still see them saying we are not Igbo, we are from Igala. We are not Igbo. Our ancestors came from Benin. We are not Igbos. If you ask the person saying he's not Igbo, what is your name? You say Ifoma. If you ask the boy what is your name, you say Emeka. Emeke and Emeka are the same. Chime and Chima are the same. Ifeanyi and Ihanyi are the same. Ifunanya na Ihunanya bụ funyo. Isi na Ishi bụ funyo. It is just a matter of tone and dialectical pronunciation. No difference at all. We are all the same. So what is happening in Western Igbo land is not anything to write home about. And I don't know about you. That's why I asked for your opinion. But using deities, name the deities Ogugu. As you have Ogugu in Eastern Igbo land, you have Ogugu in almost all of Western Igbo land. And they have to tell you that it's the same Ogugu. They have the same cultural practice. They have the same mode of operation. Oyo Ogugu no bolo. The same thing in Okija. If Ogugu kills somebody, if somebody dies from maybe swearing or going against Ogugu, the person's properties are returned to the shrine. We have Itime in all of this area. A deity. We have Idigu. We have Alose Oba. For it to be called Alose and is an ancient deity, you should know that this is an Igbo land. In Eastern Igbo land, they call it Arose. Call it Alose here. Alose Oba. Bitime. Ngene. Abia. These are deities we have here, and they have brought out, there's no one of these deities that has not been brought out to swear for kidnappers, to swear for ndị egbu mmadụ, ya bụ ndị ezulu mmadụ, ndị gbue berisi ka ekpowe gbue berisi ya bụ nye winning them, but that's ritual killing. So they have brought out all these deities, laid curses. Still, the insecurity has not abated. It is even getting worse by the day. While it is getting worse, the government of the day is canvassing for election in 2027. That is in 2 years' time. They are not interested in the present or in governance. They are interested in how can we retain power, political power. So, please, in case this is your first time of coming across this channel, this is N1, a cultural forum, and my name is Onwade Ngozi Fortune. What we usually discuss is centered on culture and tradition. And today, I'm discussing something not unrelated to culture, but unique. Unique in the sense that the deities in Igbo land have been brought out, especially this Western Igbo land, to lay curses on people who are collaborating with criminals in our land. People who are collaborating with kidnappers, ritualists, and all that in Western Igbo land. We have seen the same happen in Asaba, where they brought out all their deities to swear. Has happened in Ogwashuku, that's where it started, where they brought out Ungene and all their deities to swear. That's happened in Ubuluku, that's happened in Iseluku, and it is happening today as we speak in Ibuzo. So I'm asking, how has it worked in the past? All these places that I listed that they have done these things, did it work? Are people no longer being kidnapped in those communities? Is there no more ritual killings in those communities? What is behind this insecurity and how can it be solved? This is something the government should be looking about, because these things I mentioned is a community resorting to self-help. They have not been able to go into the forest because they know that the people who are in our forests are well armed and even protected. That is where the problem is. Because if you dare harm any of them, their cattle, that is when you will know that they are protected by the same government. What I'm discussing so as a topic is very risky, because they can even contemplate arresting me, just like they did a few weeks ago. And I spent days in FCID Abuja before I was released on bail. I'm pleading with you to please make sure this video goes viral. The world has to know what we are going through in Enuani. The world has to know what people are going through in Eka. The world has to know what people are going through in Okwan. And all these are Igbo territories. You hear the names I mentioned: Oko, Leg, Ani. Lowland, that's what it means, Okwan. Enuani is upland. Okwani, lowland. Thank you so much, my brother Kele boy. So, God bless you. The people who these messages affect so much are the ones who write petitions and then they got me arrested. But it won't stop me from saying the truth. Like I said when I was released, they even took my phones. They took all of my phones, all of my devices, including my wife's, thinking it will stop me from talking. As they say, if you talk, you will die. If you don't talk, you will die. So it's better to talk. If we don't open our mouth to talk now and plan on how best to secure ourselves, one day you will tell your child, let's go to the village. You will tell you, I'm not going, daddy, because the child may have had a harrowing experience from the last visit. Before, when people retire from working for the government, they go back to their village. Now you can hear all kinds of stories. People can no longer go back to the village anymore. People can no longer freely do those things we used to do before in the past. My own farm, my father's farm as a child, we could trek for at least, sometimes we trek for 1 hour 30 minutes to get to that farm. These days, even a farm located 20 minutes away, people cannot trek to it. Even in groups, they cannot, because that group will even be kidnapped, because it is not an armed group. I'm seeing 20 people online watching this video, so it really thrills me. 21 now, wow. But I wish, as we have 20 people, we have 21 engagement, 21 likes, 21 comments, 21 shares to you, to your conscience as an Igbo or as a friend of Igbos, to please sympathize with us by sharing this video, liking this video, engaging with this video, subscribing to our channel, promoting our work. It is a work that we have dedicated ourselves to do as sacrifice. We go through all kinds of humiliation to do this, but we don't care. We go through all kinds of persecutions as well to do this, but we don't care, because somebody has to do it. Everybody in the community cannot be zombie. They have made this so bad that even kings, some kings in Western Igbo land have run away from their communities. And I'm not kidding you. If I mention communities here now, the people from those communities will say I am insulting their king. Just like they recently said I insulted the king of my own community. All these people are based abroad, either abroad or in Lagos. How can you be a custodian of culture and tradition of a community and you are not based in that community? You only visit them and stay 2 days, 3 days or 4 days, then you jet back to where you are coming from, and your people continue to die. I don't want to mention communities, as I said, even if I'm tempted to. The communities already know themselves. My own community not exempted. The insecurity is so rife that the excuse of these traditional rulers is that the place is not safe for them to stay. So they run away. Some traditional rulers as well have been kidnapped and killed. This is what we are going through as a community. And in resorting to self-help today, the people of Ibuzo have brought out all the deities in Ibuzo, and they are swearing against people who are collaborating with these criminals. And I'm saying the same thing has been done in Ogwashuku, it has been done in Ubuluku, it has been done in Asaba, it has been done in Iseluku, and all other places who did theirs secretly. And today, they are doing the same in Ibuzo. How has it worked? We have a set of traditional rulers who are under the payroll of the government in the name of staff of office. Once they are given staff of office, they start earning salary. And because of this salary, they are all shut. Their mouths are all shut. They can't speak truth to power. Also, whenever they our people, our traditional rulers cannot even wear basket on their head and talk to this political class. You see them running around, crawling around this political class who have failed woefully from beginning to the end, who do not have any good plan at all for the society. Their only good plan is how to prepare for another election in 2 years' time, 2027. That is the craze. They are preparing for 2027, and we are in 2025. Our people are being killed, kidnapped, murdered, raped, all kinds of violence. You don't hear the government speak up. You don't hear any debates in the state assemblies. You don't hear any debates about it in the national assemblies. You don't hear any decrees. You don't hear any laws being passed. For instance, if there was automatic death sentence for corruption or for kidnapping, all these things would have stopped now. It would have stopped. Look at the cattle rearing Fulanis who are marauding the forests of people, feeding their cows with people's cassava and corn. Some states have the willpower to make the laws. Enforce it now. They cannot enforce it. They cannot enforce it because they don't want to offend the North. No, they don't want to offend their friends in the North. They want to retain power. They want to remain relevant to outsiders while their people are being killed and kidnapped. When they prepare to come home, they rent maybe 2 trucks of armed personnel who will be in front, the ones that will be in back, the ones that will be in the same vehicle with them. They don't care anything at all about the people who elected them to represent them. Whether they are being killed or kidnapped, they don't. Some of them even have security posts mounted directly in front of their house and buildings. Other people in the community can go and die, they don't care. Now, in resorting to self-help, you see these traditional rulers bringing out deities to swear. I feel because this has worked in the past, in the olden days, but it only worked when the people doing this are one of you. For instance, when I was a little child, I could remember no warriors washing. If somebody steals, they will take weeks upon weeks upon weeks to announce. Everyone ask your child. If your child did so thing, he or she should come forward. They will forgive the child. They will do appeasement. If after weeks of asking, nobody comes up, They will now go to the next stage, which is to swear. That is this swearing they are doing now. How can swearing help to solve kidnapping that is not perpetuated by your people? Unless maybe they are indigenous collaborators, it can affect them. But those who are not indigenous, how does the swear affect them? Swearing and using drones to check this forest, which one is better? Swearing and going into this forest to comb it from beginning to the end, week after week after week after week after week after week. Mounting surveillance cameras in this forest, which one will work better? Is it swearing or technology? I feel these traditional rulers should just come together as a group and call this political class to order. These people are not daft. They go to other countries. How much land do we even have here? The land mass of Nigeria is way smaller than some states in America. States, not country. Some states are bigger than our land mass. So some people say Nigeria is very big. It's so big. Igbo land is so big. We have a lot of land. You don't have any land that cannot be surveilled. So if we had surveillance cameras on this forest, and anytime there is irregular movement, the military goes in and leave the road. The aim of the military is not to stay on the road and be harassing ordinary civilians. Be in the forest and secure us. Secure our territorial integrity. Let us know who is coming from where. We have a very long way to go. A very, very long way to go as a people. I want to thank you, my dear brothers and sisters, for joining this live broadcast. If you go online and type Ibuzo community, I'll find the video actually and share so that it will help to corroborate what we are doing here. That the people of Ibuzo, Shumili North local government area of Delta State, and Igbo community, there are two founders of Ibuzo, and the two are from Eastern Igbo land. So when I say we are Igbos, I'm not making claims that I'm unfounded. They call some parts Ndi Ibuzu Isu. They are from Isu, and then they settled in the present day called Ibuzo. There are also another group who are from Unri. They are the Oboli people, a younger brother to the Odaibo who founded Ogwashuku. So the two groups that founded Ibuzo are from the eastern part of River Niger. And today, they have employed all the deities they came with and the ones they formed to swear against kidnappers in Ibuzo and all those collaborating with them who are indigenous people. So our topic today was to analyze whether this has ever worked, or if you think it will work. In the places we have examined before, like Ogwashuku, where it started, Ubuluku, Asaba, Iseluku recently, and then today, Ibuzo, has using deities to swear against kidnappers and collaborators with kidnappers ever worked? That's when I found the mark of Yaza. If it had worked in other places and all these other people are trying it, it would have been nice. My brother Kelebo, the best thing would have been technology. Nothing beats the advancement of technology. Yeah, but Musu and Igbo. If we had surveillance in this forest, we would know what is happening there. If there's insecurity there, we will know. If there are camps there that are irregular, we will know. But the government knows this and they don't want to do it. The armed forces would prefer to be on the road and mount checkpoints as if the criminals are on the road. What's their business with road? They strike these communities, they pick the people, go through forest. They don't go through road. What's their business with road? For goodness sake. This is really deeply troubling. But I hope we have done justice to this topic until we meet another time. Kindly help us by giving us thumbs up, sharing this video to your audience, and engaging with the video. Let the world know what we are going through. Let the world know what we are going through. If we don't speak up for ourselves, no one will speak up for us. Daloni, I want to sincerely thank you for subscribing to our channel. If you have not subscribed, kindly do so. We usually share videos and articles that promote Igbo culture and identity. This is not usually what we discuss about, but it is important today that we discuss about can no longer go to the farm. Agriculture is our culture. It is what we use to feed. If I was hungry, I wouldn't have the mouth to come out to talk. So if our sources of livelihood are being attacked, we may be distracted from even coming online to do videos. So please support us in any way you can. There are so many avenues for you to support us. You can subscribe to our channel, you can share our video, you can engage with the video, you can give us super thanks. Thank you, and do have a very lovely day, my Igbo brothers and sisters. God bless you all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate